Madam President, yesterday during a hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee, I had a chance to share the story of this fallen hero from Chicago, Illinois. Her name is Ella French. Officer French joined the Chicago Police Department in 2018. A true public servant, she was always eager to help. She loved people, loved her family, and loved animals, particularly stray dogs. She would often pick them up in her squad car and ferry them to safety at the end of the day. Last year, tragically, Officer French was shot down during a traffic stop. She was 29 years old. Her partner, Carlos Yanez Jr., was seriously wounded. And the gun that was used to shoot both of them had been straw purchased in Indiana, a state adjoining Illinois. A straw purchase takes place when someone without a criminal record who can pass a background check buys a gun for someone who cannot. In this case, the purchaser was turning the gun over to a convicted felon who used the gun to kill Ella and seriously wound her partner. During yesterday's hearing, which focused on law enforcement officer safety, we were joined by Officer French's mother, Elizabeth. She's a wonderful person. I want to take this opportunity to thank Elizabeth French for her bravery and her commitment to honoring her daughter's legacy. I want to thank our witnesses, including Chief Angel Navales of the Chicago Police Department, who himself was shot in the line of duty for participating. He participated yesterday in the hearing. Every time law enforcement officers put on their uniforms and badges, they put their lives on the line, especially in a country that is now awash in guns. America, a country of 350 million people and 400 million firearms. In fact, guns are not only the #1 cause of death for America's children, they're the leading cause of death for officers in the line of duty, second only to COVID. We've made some progress in recent months in reducing the risk of gun violence for police officers and their families. The Bipartisan Safer Communities Act included a provision I've long supported, cracking down on those straw purchases, like the gun that was used to kill this amazing young woman. But we still have a lot of work to do. Yesterday I introduced legislation, and I named it in Officer French's honor, that would provide funding to multi-jurisdictional task forces to combat straw purchasing. The Officer Ella Grace French Task Force Support Act. I'm glad that her mother was there to hear that. I hope every senator who prides himself in supporting law enforcement will join me in this legislation. I can think of no better way to honor the service and sacrifice of our officers, to protect our families and our children, and to demonstrate to America that this Senate is serious about stemming the tide of gun violence in our country.